The Haunted Mansion at Disney World uses a 19th century illusion technique that's so convincing, modern CGI artists still study it. But what makes this 50-year-old attraction more captivating than today's high-tech experiences? That's fascinating. You're talking about the Pepper's Ghost effect, right? The way they create those ethereal dancing spirits in the ballroom scene? Exactly right. The illusion uses massive sheets of glass angled at 45 degrees, combined with carefully positioned lighting. When you think about it, we're essentially watching a Victorian-era special effect that still fools audiences in 2024. You know what's interesting about the Magic Kingdom version specifically? The architecture is completely different from its California counterpart. It's this imposing Dutch Revival style that towers over Liberty Square. And that architectural choice wasn't random. The Imagineers specifically designed it to reflect the Hudson River Valley mansions of the 1800s, making it feel historically authentic to that corner of the park. Speaking of authenticity, let's talk about the queue line. It's basically an attraction unto itself, isn't it? Oh man, the interactive elements in that queue are incredible. There's this cryptic book that writes itself, musical instruments that play on their own, and my favorite, Madame Leota's tombstone that actually makes eye contact with guests. The level of detail in those tombstones alone is remarkable. Each one tells a story about a different mansion resident, complete with clever puns and hidden meanings. And here's something most people don't realize. Those tombstones are actually tributes to the Imagineers who created the attraction. Like Master Gracie, named after Yale Gracie, who developed many of the mansion's signature special effects. That brings up an interesting point about the storytelling. How do they manage to make something supposedly scary feel so welcoming? It's all in the balance. Take the stretching room pre-show. It starts with humor, builds tension, and then has that shocking finale. But even that moment is more playful than frightening. The sound design plays a huge role too. The way grim grinning ghosts transforms throughout the attraction, from eerie organ music to that upbeat finale. You're absolutely right about the music. And speaking of transformations, let's talk about how the ride vehicles, the Doom Buggies, completely revolutionized theme park design. Those Omnimover vehicles are pretty remarkable pieces of engineering, aren't they? They changed everything. The continuous loading system can handle about 2,600 guests per hour, and the rotating chairs let the Imagineers control exactly what you're looking at and when. It's like a movie director controlling where the camera points. The way they hide other guest vehicles is brilliant too. Those high-back seats create this illusion that you're alone in the mansion. And that isolation is crucial for the story they're telling. You know, the Florida version has several scenes you won't find anywhere else. The library, the grand staircase room, and that mind-bending endless hallway. That endless hallway effect is incredible. How exactly does that work? It's another brilliant use of mirrors and forced perspective. They use a miniature corridor that gets smaller as it goes back, combined with a mirror at the end that creates the illusion of infinite space. All practical effects, no digital trickery. The practical effects throughout the attraction are amazing, like the floating instruments in the seance room. They're actually suspended on nearly invisible rods that rotate. And let's not forget about the hitchhiking ghost finale. Those three characters, Phineas, Ezra, and Gus, have become such icons that they've spawned their own merchandise line and fan following. That's what makes Disney attractions so special. They create these memorable characters without a single line of dialogue. The mansion actually holds another record. It's one of the few attractions that's been continuously operating since the park opened in 1971. They've updated effects and added new elements, but the core experience remains unchanged. That's pretty remarkable in an era where attractions are constantly being replaced or reimagined. You know what's fascinating? The mansion has influenced haunted attractions worldwide. Even modern haunted houses still use techniques pioneered by Disney's Imagineers back in the 60s. And yet, no one has quite managed to replicate its success. What do you think makes it so special? I think it's the perfect balance of elements. The architecture creates anticipation, the pre-show builds tension, And then the ride itself delivers this masterclass in storytelling through environment and atmosphere. That's so true. And it never relies on cheap scares or gore. It's all about suggestion and imagination. Looking toward the future, it's interesting to see how Disney maintains these classic attractions while subtly updating them. They recently enhanced the hitchhiking ghost scene with digital elements, but in a way that complements the practical effects rather than replacing them. It really shows that sometimes the old ways are the best ways, doesn't it? Exactly. And as we wrap up, I think that's the key takeaway. The best attractions aren't about the latest technology, they're about telling compelling stories in creative ways. The Haunted Mansion has been doing that successfully for over 5 decades. And it looks like it'll keep doing it for many more to come. Well, as they say in the mansion, there's room for 1,000 happy haunts. But they're always looking for one more.